as now with 20 seconds left on the shot clock, Terry's got the ball. He's gonna hold it out. I like how he looked at Io like, can I shoot it? No, bro.
I need Billy to let that boy loose.
And look at Ben. Ben getting the steal. Hey, and Terry dragged him down. He said, nah, bro. What is you on? Look at him. Hey, Dalen said, come on, bro. That's what we doing? Look at Terry.
Hey, that's some brotherly stuff right there.
He said, that's what we doing? Hey,
that's some brotherly stuff right there. I like that.
I like it. And Matherin at the line. I like it. Hey, Terry said, hey, you ain't doing that on me, baby. You ain't doing that on me, baby.
Gotta get behind the line, Terry.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Ben knew that was the only dude he could do it to, and wouldn't nobody be tripping.
Facts.
Hey, he knew that was the only dude he could do it to, and nobody would be
about
tripping.
to add to his point total. He about to be like, hey, listen,
he picked him up. Hey, I love Dalen. Dalen picked him up and then pushed him. I love this kid. Hey, it's free smoke, baby. Hey, he's still looking at him. Hey, let Dalen get some minutes, baby. Hey, I love it as the game comes to an end.
Oh, God. Ben Matherin, 15 points, 9 of 10 from free throw.
Dalen ain't shake his hand.
Oh, you know he going to text him later.
Dalen ain't shake the hand, no. Walking off the game? Ugh, that's crazy, bro. Hey, shout out to Dalen.
What's crazy about it? That's competitive, bro.
Hey, bro, nah, that's some good mentality. I like the mentality on that. That's the bro. You're not finna hold me.
Is that Daniel Tice?
Oh man, appreciate y'all for hey, who was that? That did look like Daniel Tice on the other game.
Like Daniel Tice. When did he get on the roster?
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to the channel.
It is him.
We're gonna go straight. No, that's George Kittle, bro.
Dog, that's Daniel Tice.
Bro, on the ESPN game?
Dog, Daniel Tice was just on the court. He's on the roster.
Oh, yeah, he's on Indiana. No, I thought you was watching the Lakers game.
Oh, no, you know I'm watching a different
yeah. But no, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We're gonna go straight into the post-game show. It will be posted later tonight. Appreciate y'all for showing love. Shout out to everybody who's not sticking around. Tune in on the video later. Love to see that out of Dalen Terry. As we get ready to go, man, Bulls 124-109. What are your thoughts on the game, man? What are your thoughts on what we saw from this Bulls team tonight, right? They went up big. Indiana ends up playing themselves right back into the game, getting this game down to a little bit of nothing. And then all of a sudden, right, the Bulls go up big again. It gets competitive. It's back and forth. I like what we saw to this Bulls team, especially out of the Bulls bench. Zach LaVine's first big 25-plus point game of the year. What are your thoughts on this game?
Exactly what you just said. I wanted to see Zach have a good game. I wanted to see Zach be back in full effect, and that's exactly what happened. But for the record, we complained about a couple of things with Zach last season. One, obviously, he had his injury and stuff like that, but one was the respect aspect. He wasn't getting the calls. Well, he's getting the calls now. He definitely getting them superstar big boy calls now because guess what? 10 of 12 from the free throw line is the last time. How many times did we say that last season, right? Not many. And when we did say it, he really got beat up to get them. So, I mean, like, let's call a spade a spade. So he's really getting those calls, and he's also shooting pretty efficiently from three. You live by the three, you die by the three. We saw some moments where it was like, hey, Zach, I know you think you got it. We know you probably do. That's not the shot we need. He was 6 of 8 from three right now. Even with the one-legged heat check, I'll take that when you 6 from 8. So
100%, right?
100%. What did you see?
I think that the thing that I love from this game is that, you know, the Bulls kind of I think this is a game, right, where we can definitely say they play with their food. I know it sounds crazy, but like they let Buddy Hield go off in that third quarter. In the fourth quarter, you saw them end of that third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, you saw them immediately get that back up. It was clearly a game to me where this game, in my opinion, this game does not get close if DeMar DeRozan does not try to get his 20,000 points in front of the hometown. You know, he wanted to get that in front of the hometown tonight. Didn't have the best game, only 17 points. I think it was 6 for 17 from the field. You brought up Stephen Curry going for the record last year for the 3-point record, how it affected the shooting. We could be seeing that here from DeMar as well. DeMar would have 2 records under Chicago. So I think that that's something that to absolutely hang your hat on. I mean, he's been here 2 years and he's got 2 records. But again, right, at the end of the day, the Bulls starting the season off really well. I think there were some defensive lapses, but I think when you needed the defense to close out, they were able to make really good defensive plays. That's all I care about. It's situational defense. You're not going to have 48 minutes of intensity, as Norm Van Leer used to say back in the day. It's situational defense. I thought the Bulls did a good job situationally tonight, defensively. I thought that there were moments where you absolutely saw them getting out of those situations, but when they needed to build that lead back up, they were able to. And that excites me. Those are things that excite me from this team. That, the game got close versus the Pacers, but it never really was close to the point where you were like, we're going to lose this game. At least for me, I never felt like the Bulls were going to lose.
Oh, no, definitely not. And you know what? The one thing I will say as we look at this roster is 2 things stick out to me. Shout out to Billy D again for not only making I've always lauded him for how he coaches and develops young players. And sometimes you have to reel a player back, see how he responds, and then let him loose. Will only got 14 minutes today. 1 minute more than last time. How do we see him come out? More aggressive, more assertive, more within the moment.
Yeah.
He was present on the offensive end. We always know he could stick defense, but we needed him on the offensive end. We didn't want him to play 5-on-4. So guess what? 14 minutes, 10 points, 2 assists, 4 or 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. 2 steals at that.
Yeah.
2 steals. I mean, we got 2 turnovers, but I mean, it is what it is. We ain't gonna trip over that. But hey, he looked like he belonged. He looked assertive. He looked like, hey, they're giving me this opportunity. I'm gonna take this opportunity. Like it before he was passing those opportunities up. How that relates to Billy is Billy's making him earn his minutes.
Oh,
P. Will was doing less, but getting 28 minutes a game.
Yeah.
26 minutes, whatever it was. More starter minutes, realistically. He's making them earn it. And he's put other people in the lineup to give them the opportunity to do too. We always talked about Andre Drummond getting more minutes. Last game, I think he had 10 minutes. This game, 16 minutes, 8 points, 13 rebounds. Good Lord. All right, getting busy out there. I didn't realize he had 13 rebounds. Hey, so we have more talent on this team. We have talent that's developed. Io's coming to his own, and Billy's doing a good job so far managing that. And I like to see that.
Yeah, no, I think Billy Donovan has done a really good job. Really just getting the rotations in there that needed to be in there, understanding what the point in the game is right now, right? Even when I think the rotation that really has been effective for the Bulls has been where Zach LaVine's kind of out there by himself, and you see Dragic out there with him, with Drummond, with maybe a variation of Kobe White and or P. Will. Kobe White not getting much time either. And then finally, you finish it out with Javonte Green or something like that. And I love seeing the adjustments. I think he's calling timeouts when he needs to call timeouts. I think the job he's done coaching this team has been masterful, at least through the first 5 games. And I mean, the Bulls are 3-2 right now. They could be 4-1 with the no call foul at the end of the Washington game. But I think what you've seen is right. They're 3-2, but they're doing it versus teams, 1, that they're supposed to be doing it against, and 2, teams that they weren't doing it against last season. And I think, like I said this last year, or I said this at the beginning of this year, I should say. I think we're seeing Billy Donovan do a lot of the same stuff that he did last year. There just wasn't any talent outside of DeMar and Vooch and a young Io because Zach was hurt. Caruso was hurt. Kobe was hurt. I mean, like, so many injuries to the team. This team's season is going to be defined on health. And I think the one thing that a lot of people and Bulls fans really might forget, you do get Lonzo back. So the part that excites me early on in this, whether he comes back to the starting lineup or he comes back off of the bench, you're looking at a guy coming back who's a 1-4 defender and can shoot it above 40% from the 3-point line. That is a big addition to this team if they're able to continue playing the way they're playing right now. I think that the Bulls are doing a great job of taking care of business early on in the season. But again, this is the beginning of the season. Can you continue to allow this to last? A lot of those same teams, even though I think the Celtics win has been the most defining. I think the win tonight is a win that I expected us to get. And I'm glad that we got it. But I think the Celtics win has been the most defining from the season because the Celtics win is a win versus a team that was cooking every other team they played against until they saw you.
For sure.
And I think that that's something to
and the way
really
we rallied against them.
Oh yeah,
the way they were cooking us. And let's not get it twisted. Very bad first quarter. But the way that we rallied showed not only resilience, but look at the defensive intensity and how that picked up in that game, right? Yep. And the one thing I would say is we saw Ayo come out, have a great game that game. Ayo still getting starter minutes. Ayo today, I'm highlighting him for a reason because I've seen this. We're going to have this comparison, so I like to meet you at the front door with it.
Let's do it.
When Lonzo gets back, I don't expect him to be starting and playing 30 minutes a game. For the type of injury he's had, for him,
I wouldn't want him to.
Just last week,
he hasn't played. He won't have played in a full calendar year. He won't have played basketball for a full calendar year.
I wouldn't want to throw him out there and expect him to play 30 minutes. So I can see him replacing some of these minutes that some of these other guys have.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to single out anybody because I don't know exactly who that person was. I think Billy's going to allow the season to play out to see how that fits because we will need that 3-point shooting. But the one thing you can definitively say is whether it's here or not, Ayo's going to be a star. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. And even with the things that didn't convert, he just made plays. And we got to shout out the Dragon. I know we didn't shout him out. 13 points, 2
shout
rebounds.
Shout out to the Dragon. Shout out to Drummond.
5 assists off the bench. Bunch of no-look passes, just making offense happen. You know, we got dogs on this team now. But the future for us, realistically, if we want to say who the future is from our young draft picks, it's definitely Ayo.
I like how Ayo's come out and he's been aggressive. I think the part that really gets me excited about Ayo Dosunmu is seeing him kind of take the leap, not just offensively, but defensively as well. That's the part that gets me the most excited around Ayo Dosunmu because listen, I've been one to say, right, like I think Ayo's a combo guard. He's just turning himself into a point guard. Ayo Dosunmu was a combo guard in college. He's been a combo guard his whole life. He wasn't a point guard. He was a point guard, but he was a point guard that was like, I'm finna go get this bucket. And he's done a really, really good job of just making people work hard. You want to know what the guards were doing tonight that were trying to go up against him? Halliburton 6 for 15. Yeah, he's got 18 points, 2 for 6 from the 3-point line. He got to the free throw line 5 times. Great job there. Ayo was guarding Duarte a little bit. Duarte 4 for 12. He's got 12 points. He was on Ben Mathurin a little bit. Ben Mathurin got to the free throw line a heck of a lot, but he was 3 for 11. This is his worst game of the season. You got guys out here that are coming out and are consistently I mean, he dominated Kyle Lowry. Now the one person he didn't cook was Donovan Mitchell. Like, he didn't cook him.
But here's the thing: I totally get where you come from, not against what you're saying, but hey, stars are going to be stars. Donovan Mitchell's a star in this league. Stars are going to have their game.
But I say what? Brad Beal had a horrible game all till the fourth quarter. Brad Beal had a tough game that entire game. I was all over him all till the fourth quarter. That's a $250 million man.
Made him work. And that's all you really want. Guess what? Ayo's still really young in his league. He's only had 1 season on his belt. He's going against vets, and it's like, hey, he's making them work. That's all you want. I could put him against anybody not 1 through 3. But point guard, shooting guard, I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable putting Ayo anybody point guard, shooting guard.
I mean, I don't want to see him against LeBron, but
I'm not even do that.
I don't want to see him against LeBron. Like, I guess if we counting him as a 3 still, but here's the thing for me, right? I look at this Bulls team, and I think the difference in this team this season, and let me know how you feel, right? Again, and I've talked about it a ton. The Chicago Bulls bench this season. I know the Bulls bench last season was basically nobody because all the bench players are in the starting lineup. But the Chicago Bulls bench this season, to me, absolutely is key to them dominating. And when we were talking about should AK really bet on continuity, when we were talking about should AK bet on the guys that were here, when we were talking about should AK bet on the players that have were injured last season and just try and work through that. And he went out and he added Andre Drummond and Goran Dragic. We were like, those are small moves. They're not going to get that much time. They're not going to play that much. They're going to be 10 to 12 minute guys, right? They've been the biggest key to this Chicago Bulls team this season because not just because of their play on the court, right? Like Dragic played well tonight, Drummond played well tonight, but the amount of rest that your starters are getting this season is wild.
Oh, for sure.
The amount of rest your starters are able to, bro. I mean, like, and yeah, I think the minutes, right? The minutes kind of work out. What did everybody play tonight? You got Vooch had 31, Io had 30, Zach had 34, DeMar had 32, but 16 minutes of rest. Drummond played 16 minutes. Caruso's giving you 23 minutes. Javante played 16 minutes. Dragic played 15 minutes. That is so much rest. And it's not like they're just out there running and jumping. They're giving you good production. What, 30, 40 points off the bench or 35 points off the bench tonight?
I tell you what, the one thing that stood out to me while you look that part up is look at how the point spread and the shots are distributed. You look at from, top to bottom, we had 6 people. We had 6 people in double digits. We had 3 other people, 1 bucket out of it. If you look at the shot attempts, no one had over 15 attempts. No one had over 15 attempts. So we don't have DeMar out there taking 22 shots. We don't have Zach out there taking 22 shots. We're not in I hate to, kick them while they're kind of down and figuring things out, but we don't have a net situation where we got 2 stars and a bunch of nobodies. Like, we don't have that situation. We have a real team. And so with that being the case,
if I just did my math correctly real quick, I believe you got 36 points from your bench unit tonight.
Hey, listen. Dragon got 13. Drummond got 8. So that's 21. Caruso's off the bench. That's another 8. That's 29. Green got 8. So 29 plus that's 37. And then we got Kobe White. That's 43.
Wrong. You got 43 points off your bench. I forgot about Kobe White. I don't know why I didn't count him. Oh, well.
43. Yeah. Jones didn't score. So we got 43 points off the bench.
43 points off the bench. That's great for this team. And I think that's the biggest thing that this team was missing last season. People that you could just rely on to put in for a long period of time because they were just looking for anybody to be able to play. Health is so key to the Chicago Bulls this season. I love what we're seeing from this Bulls team early in the season. 124-109, Bulls come away with the win. I mean,
hey, man, we don't have to drag it on much longer. That Bulls get the dub, bro.
No, man. I mean, and it's because, right, like we're going to end up saying a lot of the same things anyway that we said about the last game. I mean, was there somebody tonight that, and I'll say this, right? I'll ask this. Do you like Billy in this situation, kind of letting DeMar go for it in front of the home crowd? Yeah. Giving your star, hey, let me just give you the hat.
Yeah. Get the pressure off them. Let them play loose the rest of the season. Just like, hey, let's, we've heard from other people who had milestones within their career, what it meant to them. Yeah. DeMar was written off 2 years ago. He was considered the worst offseason pickup by us. So now to be in a situation where he's the king of the fourth, has MVP votes at that, all-star, and now he gets to crack 20,000 points.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you give that man his flowers while he's here. And so I have nothing but respect from that. And, he wanted to do it here. He goes back to San Antonio. He might get booed when it happens. And you don't want that. You don't want that.
Do it. Nah, real talk. And that's, by the way, Vucci, worst game of the season by far tonight. Still 14-7. He was 5 for 10. Basically didn't even take that many shots. Got to the free throw line 3 times. Knocked down all 3 of them. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 fouls. He had 6 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound. He's still hooping. Yeah, I mean, he's still hooping. It don't matter.
And you know what the biggest thing about that for me, Billy letting him do it, that lets you know that that's a player's coach.
Yeah.
That's a player's coach. You're close. I'm going to give you the shot, but I'm not going to let you kill me. You know, I'm not gonna let you just totally bring the game down. I'm gonna give you a shot. The players kind of understood that they wanted him to get it. You saw that because they, you know, Vucevic gets a rebound, had 3 people open. DeMar, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
No,
saying.
yeah.
So
They
like, I
wanted him
like
to
the
get it.
fact.
They
And
were
then
they were forcing it to him. Yeah.
they also let Zach cook. They wanted Zach to get back in rhythm
Yeah,
and stuff
Zach.
like that. So that's
First
what I like.
first 30-point game of the night, man. First 30-point game, 30 plus point game of the season, I should say.
Oh, he is 31. I put 28. Oh, excuse me. I forgot that last 3.
No, yeah, first 30 plus point of the night, right? 6 rebounds, 5 of 6. Did that on 6 of 13 shooting. I need y'all to understand what I just said. He scored 30 points on 13 shots.
Got fouled a lot.
That's
I'm looking
crazy.
at the score now. I thought it was 28, but the score has it as 31. ESPN just updated to 31. Zach got 31.
Am I tweaking?
No, I'm looking at it too. It says Zach got 31.
Okay, I thought I was tripping.
I typed in 28 because that's what it said for me. I guess they updated it. Which
Maybe they got it later. They forgot a 3. Bro, I don't know. I will say this, right?
they have them 7 of 9 from 3 now.
7 of 9. How you forget a whole bucket? How do you forget a whole bucket?
Hey, listen, chat. If we're wrong, there's some people who get paid a lot of money to do this.
It definitely said he was 6 for 8.
Hold on, I'm a
check another app or check
I'm gonna
Google or
check
something
another
like
app, bro.
like,
I'm gonna check another because that's crazy. Like,
hey,
I
what's
know I
going
ain't
on?
tweaking.
Somebody math ain't mathing, bro.
Real quick before we get up out of here, I do want to do this. I want to field maybe 1 or 2 questions. I always
send some questions.
Pat, I tell you, I'm definitely the person that's always in the chat, mainly because the chat was the thing that helped me when I first came on, and I loved interacting with you all. So we're gonna field a couple questions before we get up out of here.
Yeah, shoot some questions in, man. While we do that, if you guys do want to join the Discord, make sure that you jump in the Discord, man. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love there. I will drop the link in the chat. We're going to have the Discord. I mean, as long as y'all keep it respectful, you know what I mean? It'd be all good. And the Discord. And then on top of that, right, as kids getting the questions in, Chicago Bulls Twitter is saying Zach has 28.
Yeah, he got 28. I don't know what the
Fam, I'm seeing it from a couple of different apps that he's got 30. I don't know, bro. Okay. He's got 28. I ain't mad.
If you're in the Discord, we can screenshot you. We'll be looking at because it says he got 31 right here. I'm a screenshot mine. Pat's gonna screenshot his. This is to let y'all know we ain't tweaking. So
that's wild that it is doing that though.
That's kind of interesting. So wonder how many times back in the day that happened.
Anytime Bill Russell had any stats.
we'll hit that hook shot. 4-point play.
Hey, bro, legit, bro. Remember we was watching that one game and that mug was like what did it say? I think it said he finished that game with like 50 something. And we was like, there's no way, bro. I watched 10 minutes of the game and he didn't score 1 bucket.
Now, the one thing I will say though is they was hating on my man defensively because we watched that game. We saw 10 blocks within like the first 5-6 minutes. It was like, it ain't no way in the world that he ain't get more than 10 blocks.
Also, one thing that I do want to show, and I'm gonna take Kid off the screen for a second. We got the transfers in, so we're gonna start making the merch. If you want to cop a Windy City t-shirt, hoodie, whatever it is. Now the t-shirt's 22, hoodies is gonna be 30. Crew necks is gonna be 30 as well. No, the hoodies is 35, crew necks is 30. If you want to cop any, I'll put all this information in the community tab as well. If you want to cop any merch, let me know. I will have it so that you can shoot me a PayPal. Off of that PayPal, you will have all your information in there, address, all that stuff. Marcus Couch, I know I owe you a shirt. There's a couple other people that I owe y'all shirts as well. We're doing hoodies. We're doing T-shirts. We're doing all that stuff, man. So tune in with us on the Chicago Bulls merch as well. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Let's see. What do y'all think is the best case scenario this year? Top 5, top 8. I think Your best case scenario to me is top 4, but I do think it's probably 4. I think that the Bulls, at best, could be a 4th seed in the East, but I think the East is all going to be separated like it was last season by 1 game. Like, I think if you lose a game, like, you could be 7. If you win a game, you could be 3. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be that a lot this season.
Let's see. I say top 5. We're 5. And to be honest with you, with it being so close, I frankly don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to. The Bulls don't have to be the number 1 team in the East. In fact, I kind of don't want them to be. I don't want them to be the number 1 team in the East. I don't want that pressure on them. Now, if it happens naturally, we're just cooking. Cool. I get it. But, like, we don't have to be a good team. We don't have to be, top 2 teams in the East or top 2 league teams in the NBA to go far. Like, we know that this is still something we're building towards. I have yet talked to one person that says we're definitely winning a championship this year.
No, I don't even think we're in that
I don't have that. I think we're really good. I don't think we're quite there yet.
Yeah.
Right. But will we go further than we have? Yeah. I just want to get out the first round.
I think the Bulls are a 2nd round team this year. I don't know if we get far past that, but I do think the Bulls are a 2nd round team. I think they could take most teams in the 2nd round to at a minimum 6 games.
I can see us making a conference run. Like, getting to the conference, the Eastern Conference Finals.
That'd be crazy.
I can see us doing it.
Now that would be crazy.
You want to know why though? If for the first time we maintain health, I don't think Philly's gonna be healthy the entire year. I don't think the Nets are gonna be healthy.
I told y'all, bro. Like, I think Philly's gonna be good, but it's all off of the strength of Joel Embiid. I think Philly's gonna be a top 5 team. It's all off of the strength of Joel Embiid to me.
I think the Nets are gonna fire Steve Nash and then they're gonna cook. So I'm not counting them out, but that's my hard take. They're gonna fire him and then they're gonna cook.
Do that. Please do that.
That's my biggest thing.
Please do that.
That was the one thing that Kevin Durant he really wanted that didn't happen. They're gonna fire that man. Because Kyrie's hooping, KD's hooping, the bench is trying to give him some production, the new guys trying to get him some production. Ben is Ben, but whatever. They're gonna fire that man.
Hey, that man, he's running no scheme, bro. I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game mad close tonight, but I swear he's running no scheme.
He was a good player. He's probably a good assistant, probably a really good player development coach. But his first stint as a head coach, not doing so hot. And guess what? You know who was just like that? And that team ended up winning to go eventually won a championship. Jason Kidd. Y'all forget Jason Kidd, Coach Giannis.
Jason Kidd didn't win a championship.
Jason Kidd, Coach Giannis. And Jason Kidd did win a championship on the bench.
But who?
The Lakers.
Was he there for that?
I believe so.
I don't know if he was on that bench unit. He might have been. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't remember that.
Hey, I could be wrong. I tell you what. You see, he's a head coach now, and he's a
he was on
coach now than he was for.
Oh, he's a better coach now for sure. He's a better coach now than he's ever been. I forgot that he was. He might have been on the. I forgot about that. Yeah, he might have been. I could be wrong,
but I know he was a part of the Lakers staff when LeBron got there.
Man, that's his first ring. No, he got a ring as a Maverick. I'm tweaking.
No, he got a ring as a Maverick, but I'm talking about as a coach.
As a coach, yeah, that's what we was talking about. Jason Kidd was an assistant in LA. Okay, all right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, so
no, I knew about the Mavs ring, y'all. Like I knew.
Yeah, we know that. We know as a player what he did. As a coach, though, like he had several stops before he.
I'm my head like that, Chad. I'm not on y'all, dog. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, Pat knows his sports, dog. Pat knows his sports. But like, listen, Jason Kidd was coaching Giannis and had Giannis running point.
Yeah.
When Giannis was skinny.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, it takes some time. This was his first stint. It didn't work out. He's going to go back. He's going to do some assistant stuff. He's going to work his way back up. He's probably going to get another shot because it's Steve Nash. He's 2-time MVP, this, that, and the other. But this just didn't work out. They got to move on. We got to move on.
And,
Jason
and
Kidd is a better coach than Nash today, absolutely. But
I
Jason
think,
Kidd had to build up to it. Jason
yeah,
Kidd had some stops that was just like,
hey,
hey,
Jason Kidd was bad out in New York. I'll
Jason
tell you
Kidd
that.
was bad at one point.
He
He
was
really
bad in New
was.
York. He was mid in Milwaukee. But no, I like that J Kidd was I like that J Kidd is, or not J Kidd. I like that the direction that the Eastern Conference is, and it might be tough for Brooklyn if they wait too long.
No, they don't wait too long.
It might be tough for Brooklyn if they wait too long. Because even that, right? Like when you think about Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference, like, I mean, listen, you could put the Bulls in that conversation, right? Like the problem with Brooklyn is we would beat Brooklyn right now. We would beat Brooklyn no matter who the coach is as currently constructed, because their leading rebounder right now was Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
That's a problem. The Chicago Bulls would beat Brooklyn right now because their leading rebounder was Kyrie Irving. That is a problem. I don't know if it finished out that way, but when me and you were watching, right? Like, so I think that to me, right, like that kind of creates that right. It tells you that the Bulls are constructed really well. Goran Dragic tonight, 13, 5 and 2. Drummond giving you 8 points, ton of rebounds, right? Like those are the things that you look at the end of the day. By the way, both of those players from Brooklyn. Those are the things that you look at the end of the day and you say, oh, we're in a better position than a team that has Kevin Durant. Now, at the end of that, does that mean that I think the Bulls are going to win an NBA championship right now? No. But the thing that I like is that the organization, the owner's son, I should say, down to the GM, down to the president, down to the head coach, down to the players are doing the right things early on in this season. And that's the part that I love about this team.
That's a good way to end that segment, bro.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I will have all the details on how you can cop some merch. I believe there are 19 of these sheets. Each one has 2 of them on there. So that gives me a grand total of what? 38. So we have 38 here. So the first 38 will be able to cop some merch. Shout out to y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. Oh, Marcus Couch did say, is it true that you'll be on his show tomorrow at 6:30?
6:30. I am definitely going to be there with Marcus Couch. We're going to be chopping it up. I appreciate him inviting me on. Trying to. Hey, listen. I Marcus supports us. I want to support him.
I do love Marcus
He's also
Couch.
giving me the opportunity. Yeah, man, gives me the opportunity to do some things for to support what we're trying to build here at the Breeze. So hey, I appreciate it. You know, one hand washes the other. We all in it together, man. Content creation is a whole thing, bro. Yeah, I know, right? I know.
As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We will be live for, of course, the next game, which is Friday versus the Spurs. I'll also be live tomorrow doing just breaking down some of the game tape and stuff like that. Excuse me. And getting ready to preview this Chicago Bears game that's coming up Sunday versus the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Yes, as crazy as it sounds, even after trading Robert Quinn, I think the Chicago Bears can win. So tune in with us tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for showing love. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again to continue watching our Chicago sports content. Click the links on the screen or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bulls win 124-109. Peace. Did he say go Packers, go Bulls? Get them out of here. All right, peace, y'all. Yes, Locked On Bulls tonight. Tune in with us over there as well.
Tripping, bro.
Tune in with us over there as well.
It's a Bears call. What?
Get him out of here.
City Breeze, bro.
Get him out of here.